February 21st, 2025. On a day like this, you can sell for any reason. The important thing to do is to not buy. So even if you made money on any of your buys today, you did something wrong. You shouldn't be looking to buy even in here because you know that this whole move down, the tight channel, is going to get a second leg. Move from 1 to 15 is going to need a second leg because on a 15-minute chart, some sort of higher time frame, look at that. Do you want to buy against this? No, you don't. And you also know that yesterday, bars 1 and 2, on the 15-minute chart at least, you can look at a Globex chart, whatever you want to look at, but there were strong consecutive bear bars yesterday on the open. So you know that that is going to get a second leg. So around the open of the day, it's probably reasonable to expect that we should get some sort of second leg down from this rally. Obviously, it's really hard to predict these days. You do occasionally get one. I think something that's really important is this whole bar needs a second leg, right? So the entire market, you could argue it's always in short below this bar, but we're towards the middle of a trading range. So even if we get bad follow through on the daily chart, I'm just going to go over the daily chart first because I think it's interesting. But even if we get disappointing follow through on the daily chart, it's going to get a second leg. Sorry if that was loud. But it's going to get a second leg. This is a really big bear bar closing near its low. So you have to expect that even if we pull back, we're going to end up going back below this low. We should get to 6,000, I would assume, and possibly start to oscillate around there. Where we were at the top of the trading range, and I'd imagine we might try to make a move towards the bottom of the trading range. So the whole day is going to need a second leg, and that's something that you have to keep in mind over the course of the next couple of trading days. So obviously, I expect us to go lower. Bars 1 and 2 likely to get a second leg. You can always exit if 3 is a big bull bar closing near its high. This whole move probably we should go a little bit lower. We have in the first 8 bars, we have 6 bear bars. So probably better not to buy above 8 or not to buy above any bull bars. We're at the bottom of a trading range from yesterday, yes, but we might need to go a little bit lower. Obviously, I did not think that we would sell off the entire day, but I did think we would go a little bit lower from this point. You could sell below 9, 10, 11, 12, all bear bars. The move down to 13 is going to get a second leg, so you can sell the closes of 10, 11, 12, 13, whatever it is you'd like to sell. 15, another leg down. You could argue it's a second leg or a third leg down for the bears. We're probably going to pull back at some point, obviously, and then get a second leg. This is a pullback. So, I think people a lot of times get caught up in the small pattern. And what you have to keep in mind, if nothing else, you just have to look and say to yourself, this is going to get a second leg. It's going to get a second leg. So at the close of every bar, you just have to repeat to yourself, it's going to get a second leg, simply because the whole move down is a tight channel. Tight channels breakouts on higher time frames. So it's going to go lower. And you have to keep in mind that it's going to go lower. So this whole move up, good bull bar, yeah, but it's not going to undo what just happened. We're going to continue lower. Again, I did not obviously expect us to sell off for the entire day, but that does sometimes happen. So what do? Well, you can wait for a bear bar. You can just hold short, right? If you shorted, you can keep a stop above 9 and just simply hold your short and expect us to go lower. That's probably a reasonable thing to do. You could sell the close at 27, expecting us to go lower. You could sell below 32, 33, 34. You could sell any of those closes expecting that it's going to get a second leg down. We might be starting the second leg down in the higher time frame. You can sell below 37. You can sell the close 38. Again, you can sell any of the bear closes. It's kind of difficult to make a review on this day because the whole bear move needs a second leg. The only bull move that probably needed a second leg was 21 through 23. And it got its second leg, though, was the problem. The second leg just needed to go one tick above the bar 23 high. Once it went one tick above the 23 high, that had completed, and we have 3 pushes up, so now we can go down. So once 26 goes one tick above 23, we've completed that price structure. But this needs a second leg. This probably does. 9 through 13 is going to get a second leg. It's a late leg down, though, so you have to expect a pullback. 21 through 23 probably needs a second leg, but minor. 27, 28, 29, you can sell any of those closes. There's no reason to exit on 30 or 31. It's just a pullback. When you get a 3-bar micro channel, a pullback, there's a high probability you're going to get a pullback, but also a high probability that you get a second leg. You can sell the close 32, 33, 34. Like I said, you can sell all those closes all the way down. And obviously, you get a breakout and then a channel, so spike, and then channel, and then a breakout below the channel. And then obviously we ended up the day in a tight trading range. So yeah, just on days like this, you just have to find a way to sell, look to sell for any reason. A lot of traders, again, just you can't buy when there's a tight channel. Try not to trade against the tight channel. Should be the lesson that you learned today if you bought today. So whenever you get a tight channel in either direction, you get a tight channel like this, don't buy any of the reversals. You get a tight channel like this, don't buy the reversals. You get a decent move up, maybe don't sell somewhere down here. That's a worse example because obviously this and this and this and this are much stronger than the small rally here. But you get the point. Don't trade against tight channels. Wednesday, right? Channel up. Do not sell these reversals down. It's difficult. I had to